Hello, namaste. Today in this class, we are going to learn about reactions due to alpha hydrogens. Reactions due to alpha hydrogens. What are alpha hydrogens? Alpha hydrogens are the hydrogen atoms which are bonded to the alpha carbon which are bonded to the alpha carbon atoms. These alpha carbon atoms are the carbon atoms which are adjacent to the functional group, For example, if I consider formaldehyde, okay, here C double bond O is the functional group, but in this formaldehyde, there are no carbon atoms is bonded to the functional group. Then the alpha hydrogen atoms is 0. There are 0 alpha hydrogen atoms are present in the formaldehyde. And if I consider acetaldehyde, one carbon atom is bonded to the functional group. This is known as alpha carbon atom, and there are 3 hydrogen atoms is bonded to the alpha carbon atom. Then these hydrogen atoms are known as alpha hydrogen atoms. Okay, we have total number of alpha hydrogen atoms is 3. Okay, we have 3 alpha hydrogens are present in the acetaldehyde. And if I consider acetone, acetone, okay, we have 2 carbon atoms is bonded to the functional group. This is an alpha carbon, this is an alpha carbon, and the total number of alpha hydrogen atoms is, in this we have 3 alpha hydrogens, and here we have 3 alpha hydrogens. Totally we have 6 alpha hydrogen atoms are present in the acetone compound. And if I consider benzaldehyde, if I consider benzaldehyde, the total number of alpha hydrogen atoms is 0, because there are no alpha carbon atoms are present in the benzaldehyde. Okay, then aldehydes and ketones are undergo number of reaction due to the presence of alpha hydrogen atoms, and due to the acidic nature of the alpha hydrogen atoms, and in that the first reaction is aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction. Okay, what is mean by aldol condensation reaction? The enolizable carbonyl compounds are undergo dimerization when it react with the base to form an aldol, which further undergoes condensation to form an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds This is known as aldol condensation reaction. Here we have 3 types of aldol condensation reaction, and the first one is self aldol condensation reaction. Okay, and second one is cross aldol condensation reaction, and third one is intermolecular intermolecular aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction. Okay, these are the three types of aldol condensation reaction. Now, what are the conditions? Now, what are the conditions for aldol condensation reaction? What are the conditions for the aldol condensation reaction? Only aldehydes, aldehydes and ketones, aldehydes and ketones can undergo aldol condensation reaction. The compounds must contain at least one alpha hydrogen atoms. The compound should have at least one alpha hydrogen atom. Okay, these compounds, whether it may be aldehydes or ketones, should have at least one alpha hydrogen atom, and the the alpha carbon atom should be should be sp3 hybridized. Should be sp3 hybridized. The alpha carbon atom. Okay, the alpha carbon atom should be sp3 hybridized, and presence of and the presence of dilute base. The presence of dilute base. For example, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. If alpha hydrogen atom is absent, means, for example, here benzaldehyde is there and here formaldehyde is there. Okay, and these aromatic aldehydes does not undergo Aldol condensation reaction because there is no alpha hydrogen atoms. And here also in formaldehyde there is no alpha hydrogen atom. That's why these two molecules are aromatic aldehydes, and this formaldehyde does not undergo Aldol condensation reaction. Clear? Okay. Next one. Here we have self-aldol condensation, cross-aldol condensation reaction, and intermolecular aldol condensation reaction. Now we'll see about what is mean by self-aldol condensation reaction. What is mean by self-aldol condensation reaction? If two molecules of aldehydes, if two same molecules of aldehydes undergo undergo aldol condensation reaction in the presence of base to form an aldol which further undergoes condensation reaction to form an alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Clear? Okay, let me see what is that one. For example, when two molecules of aldehyde, that is acetaldehyde, when two molecules of acetaldehyde is on on reaction with dilute sodium hydroxide, that is a base, to form an beta hydroxyaldehyde, to form a beta hydroxy beta hydroxyaldehyde, to form a beta hydroxyaldehyde, which is known as aldol. Okay, the name of this compound is 3 hydroxy butanol. butanol 3 hydroxy butanol. This aldol, okay, further undergoes condensation reaction, further undergoes condensation reaction condensation reaction to form an alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. To form an alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Okay, this is the alpha carbon and this is the beta carbon. Alpha beta unsaturated saturated aldehyde. Okay, what is the name of this compound? But to enol. But to enol.